What would you do if I told you that you could change the world? That you alone could shape it to make it whatever you felt? What would you do if you knew that you could lead the way directly? That you could be the change? And that I could prove it? If you let me. They say it's impossible for just one person to change the world. But everyone in the world is just one person themselves. So if every one person in the world decided to change themselves, then everyone in the world would change, and then of course, we change the world. You wouldn't need anyone else to change it. It would change because you did. Everyone is you, and this is what you do that proves this, that you could change the world. Now, obviously, there's a lot to change. Climate change, pollution, global warming, the environment, the depletion of natural resources, water, its shortage, greed of raw proportions, poverty, there's lots to feed, more than reported. But not only could you change all of that, and alone, but you could change the world with a simple change of clothes. Alright, I realise it might sound absurd, so let me break down exactly how it actually works. So, we all buy clothes, and we buy a lot, clearly, considering the dough that we cough up yearly. We've scanned the accounts, and the average amount is around £1,700 for every single house. Now, when we're talking about clothing in such large totals, and the impact of fashion, both local and global, considering notoriety, the way it shapes society, there's three things to think about: production, consumption, and disposal. If we look to the production of your t-shirt, for instance, and we did some research on its journey to your wardrobe, and we considered its worth beyond its physical existence, you'd begin to see the true value of your clothes. So, your t-shirt began life as a cotton plant, likely in America or India, somewhere on a cotton farm. The cotton plant is picked by huge machinery and made into bales to be moved more easily. Trucks come and bring all the bales to a neighbour state, where high-speed gins, more machines, sort the bales' weights, but that's before it's filtered, processed and prepped more, until finally it's time for exports. It's packed into ships, to Indonesia typically, to factories for spinning, so it's easier for it to be sucked up, laid down, pulled hard, straight out, stretched, then twisted till it's been changed. Now, yarn has been produced. As if by magic. The yarn is then knitted into fabric, it's washed, then dyed, then shipped across the planet to human hands in Bangladesh, where it's stitched before it's packaged. Finally, it's shipped back around the world once more, then onto trucks, then onto trains, and then to your front door. It's a long process, but your t-shirt is sewn now. You wear it once or twice, it gets torn, then thrown out. Right now, in the UK alone, we throw away 1.2 million tonnes of clothes. 450,000 tonnes of those end up as either landfill or smoke, incineration. Now, for every 1 tonne of clothes that we burn en masse, we produce around 15 tonnes of greenhouse gas. So if we count that against the amount of clothes we burn per annum, that's up to 6 million tonnes of smoke we throw away into the planet. It's mad, isn't it? But you know, when it comes to fashion and the damage that it causes now, there's one thing that we really need to talk about, and that's water. The water that feeds the cotton, the water that's lost to pesticides, the animals in the water who get caught up and left to die, the huge amounts of water used on fabric when it's dyed, the water that we lose to global warming when our rivers dry. When 99% of the water on Earth is not consumable, when only 1% of what we're given is actually usable, when millions are thirsty because their water's dirty, the way we waste our water is inexcusable. But just shop, shop, shop. Buy, buy, buy. Those tops, tops, tops will die, die, die. So we know we need to change things, and we know what needs changing. The hard part now is how we try and change it. No one said it was going to be easy, but they should have done, because the answer is easy. It's 3 little words: second hand first. The next time you find you've got clothes you don't want, don't bin them, just bring them to a second-hand shop. And whenever you decide you want to buy new threads, get some of them from the second-hand shop instead. That's it. Get that first class swagger from a second-hand hanger. It's a second-hand price, but it's not second-hand glamour. Bag a first class closet for a second-hand cost. When I shop, it's mainly second-hand top. Plus, I can go into the same trade shop every day for a year and not find the same stock on any day of the year. I got my girl a second-hand purse, a second-hand jacket, a second-hand skirt. They were second-hand matching. It's top-notch quality for second-hand fabric. I was going in working second-hand magic. Ultimately, the less we buy new things, the less we're consuming. The less we're consuming, the less we're producing. And if we produce less, then we'll start to see the changes that we need to see in the world that we're faced with. They say it's impossible for just one person to change the world. But everyone in the world is just one person themselves. So if every one person in the world decided to change themselves, then everyone in the world would change. And then, of course, we change the world. These aren't just words. You can tell them that it works. Change the world with the change of clothes. Put second hand first.